And that was, I did that one
Tell
week.
us what to do.
Okay,
So
look,
once he's live, right?
So look, we are live right now.
So I need to get on
so the
his
instructions
live.
that we giving for how we do live,
It's for everybody.
it's for everybody.
Pay attention, y'all.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
Oh, it's the one and only Carla B.
This your boy Shawty Soprano.
Shawty Soprano, what's good, man?
It's all good in the hood.
We got special guests with us this morning. We got the Hustler'z Ambition, the Lioness group. If y'all can introduce yourself, let the people know who you is. Just briefly though, just your name and who you with, who you represent now.
Morning, I'm Tasha.
I'm Telicia.
Okay. So
Everybody knows me as Tweet.
All right, Tweet.
And we are the Lioness group. We are so excited to be here.
Is that me?
Thank y'all for having us.
That's you.
Oh, okay, got you.
Why
just
y'all put me in the middle of the Lioness? Maybe I'm a lioness myself.
So you part of the pack.
So
Thought you
look,
fit in good.
so look, y'all, check it out. Well, let's do our intro. So we got the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. We're here to help you start your week off right here at the community radio station 99 Jams the Bird. You can join us on Facebook Live /Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Help spread the word by liking the page, sharing the videos. This program is being brought to you as a part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka CDAT. And we would like to thank you for helping us redefine what is cool. How y'all feeling, man?
We're great.
Okay, so the Lioness group, they're gonna ride with us. Y'all know we do news. We kind of talk about some hot topics and stuff. Y'all all right with that and checking in and keeping up with what's going on in the world?
We here.
And then we're gonna talk about this amazing event that's coming up on tomorrow, a Hustler'z Ambition Business Seminar,
Yay.
where culture and business meets.
Okay. Okay.
I read the promo. I absolutely did that. I sure did. So in the news, man, there was let me see. At least 24 officers were injured in Memphis after unrest. U.S. Marshals fatally shoot a young black man. Did y'all happen to see that?
Yes, I seen that.
Okay.
I seen that. It exploded. There's a lot of riots going on around the world. China just rioted. They're doing some stuff in Uganda right now. But yeah, it's like a lot going on. And it's a suspicious death. And I guess the hood and the people from the community responded immediately.
Right.
Yes.
I think it was the DEA or the
US
federal
Marshals.
the U.S. Marshals. You know, the U.S. Marshals come, kick your door in or whatever.
So let me give you a little background. It says
Thank
that
you, Brother John.
news. Jabbar will just make up the story, right?
That's what happened.
We're going to end up with Jabbar back.
Make
Brother
up a
John,
whole
for the
story. Right? So it says news that the U.S. Marshal Service officer had fatally shot a young black man in Memphis. It triggered chaotic protests late Wednesday that caused widespread property damage and left at least 24 police officers injured by thrown concrete rocks. The shooting happened around 7 p.m. on Wednesday night in Frazier, which is a neighborhood less than 5 miles north of downtown Memphis. The man killed was identified by family members as 20-year-old Brandon Weber. He was being served multiple felony warrants. But check this out. Here's the part that I really wanted to lift up. In the news story, they said it was multiple felony warrants, but what they didn't say was that these was traffic tickets.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
we
traffic.
know how that works.
It was traffic.
We got people with traffic tickets can't vote in Florida.
Yeah, and what they were saying was like they posted pictures of him like that showed him as a criminal because on Instagram, Facebook,
right?
He was doing this money and guns thing. But then they also said that they have pictures of him with his college. He's a college student. He also got a cap and gown, but you don't see any of those pictures. You just see the picture of him, with the
Right.
money and guns. So just another case of.
I mean, it's America. He can have money and guns, can't he?
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
I
yeah.
could have sworn
That is America.
I could have sworn that.
George Soprano
money and
giving us
guns is,
perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I
Thank you
thought
for
it
the
was about
perspective.
money. It's capitalism and guns. The guns bright the bell arms. It's America.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Bang, bang.
Unless you're a black man in America.
Yes. Right.
And then you got to spell it with 3 Ks.
And you know what's messed up? And the real messed up part about it is that, the suspicious death, they haven't found out everything that happened, but the community really responded immediately.
Yeah, 24 officers injured, so they ain't even like playing.
They responded.
Yeah.
So were there any arrests after
just-
the injured
I'm pretty
officer?
sure.
You know what? That's where my note stopped.
I'm pretty sure there's been some violence.
Keep an eye on this story.
Yeah, no, but that is you can actually. I think we did a link to the story, so you can actually go to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club page, and you can read the full story.
I didn't look at the notes, but I want to interject. Did you see when the mama and the daughter, when they pulled the gun, the girl stole the doll?
Yes.
So here go my side of the story.
Okay.
The guy, the police
Give
officer.
a recap to somebody.
All right, so the recap is.
So I got
Thank
the
you,
recap.
brother
Okay,
John.
thank you, brother John.
I got the recap.
Y'all didn't even see the notes.
So I got the
Your
recap.
translation later. Go ahead, brother John.
Yeah, that's what happened when we don't have meetings before we start. We just start, right? So, and actually they're suing. So, Phoenix family, they're doing a $10 million lawsuit. So, the Phoenix Police Department will be facing a $10 million lawsuit in connections with officers' response to a shoplifting call. I'm finna skip a little bit of this. According to the claim, Drayvon Ames and Aisha Harper, who is 5 months pregnant, didn't realize that their 4-year-old daughter took a doll from the Family Dollar. They were in their car. They drove to an apartment complex where the car was pulled over. No sirens, no lights. And then the video basically shows the police cussing them out, got guns drawn, threatening to shoot them. One officer says, "I'll put a cap in your,
Listen, it was
I'll shoot you in your beeping face." Y'all saw it?
People not clear that technology is available now.
No,
they don't care.
I don't think they care.
This was one of
they feel they're above reprieve is why.
This one of the things where you need body cams.
Yes.
Because these was all people holding their camera and people caught up real quick. And then the lady like, I can't put my hands up. I got a baby.
Yeah, and then he was saying get out of the car, but she said the door wouldn't open.
Right, it was a lot wrong with that.
And he made the girl get a girl to a stranger.
A stranger.
Wow.
So she handed it to the stranger, right?
Down.
And then now they like, and it's like, why y'all even doing all that? Y'all see this is a mother that says she's pregnant, so y'all don't got no reason to keep smashing them like that. They could have just like, okay, hold on. Get over here. I mean, easily control the situation.
Quite frankly, it's the whole racial bias conversation that if that would have been a white family, and it's hard to say it, but it's the reality that we're living in America.
I think it's easy to say.
Right. Yeah, it's easy to say. It ain't hard to say that.
But we know that if this situation would have happened to a white family, the entire experience would have been different.
They wouldn't even follow the
right?
Yeah,
we see it all the time. We see it all the time.
I read that they didn't even arrest anyone. Like,
yeah.
Because it wasn't even an arrestable offense.
So that's what it says. It says
who were they going to arrest?
For what?
The 4-year-old?
But I mean, the behavior is like, I know that you got to arrest somebody after this. Like, you.
Right.
It's
No,
you can't just let somebody go after you did what you did.
Yeah, like, how do you walk away from
They traumatize you and they say,
now go home.
Right, I'm not going to write you a ticket today.
Yeah.
So why didn't they, do we know why they didn't try to come up with any charges or anything? Why didn't they? Why wasn't there an arrest? I mean, with that kind of.
It says that this article is really more focusing on the fact of how they were treated. The officers pointed the gun at the mother inside. They said that once they pulled the young man out of the car, they kicked him in his leg, punched him in his back. He said he wasn't resisting. They held guns on little girls. This was a community activist that was saying that some of the incident was caught on camera, but the family says 5 to 10 minutes of what happened before that was not caught on camera, but it doesn't say why they didn't arrest anybody. So, this is America. And then look, I guess this is going to be kind of the theme for today, because there was also an incident where, did y'all see that video with the woman, had a video of the brother kneeling? It was going viral. He was on his knees.
Oh yeah, I seen that too.
So a woman it was a woman in Hawthorne, California.
Yeah. Who was crying?
She was
she was a white lady. She was a white lady too. She was like, I seen my son get killed.
Yeah.
My cousin got killed by the police, so she had
it was her cousin.
Being traumatized.
Yeah, her husband.
She said she saw her husband get killed by the police.
Thank you, Brother John, for the facts.
Yeah. Well, no, that came from the echo chamber over here. My amen, we got the amen corner back here. But they said that the woman in Hawthorne, California, begged officers to put their guns down as they pointed them at a black man who was kneeling with his hands above his head. He was arrested, though. He was arrested in connection with an argument with a gas station employee of a prior purchase, according to the news release.
All that just for that?
Yeah, it was suspicion of a robbery. But check this out. He was released on Monday with the citation. So
did y'all see the video?
Yeah, I did. Heartbreaking.
I mean, did you see the female officers with the rifles?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That
excessive. It was really excessive.
I was angry.
Yeah.
This man literally is on his knees with his hands up.
Yeah.
Why do you have this rifle? Like, she went in the trunk and got it. Like,
oh yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
She went.
And
she
it was
popped
clear
the
that,
trunk for that
the man was unarmed. I mean, it was straight
like,
up. Like,
seriously?
Yeah. What you say? She popped the trunk.
She popped the trunk. I mean, it was like an army. Like, they called a whole army basically out for this guy that's kneeling on the ground.
Yeah. And so my wife is one of our faithful viewers. She said the dog was only $1. And that's why they didn't get arrested, I guess, because it was only
the dollar amount.
Yeah,
okay.
It wasn't like a grand theft where it's over $300 and somebody got to go to jail.
Right.
It's a $1 baby dog.
So that still doesn't.
I
mean, the actions though by the police. That's.
But that was to your question about why they weren't arrested. Yeah,
right. Even the aspect of the level of wasting resources, like there is nothing else for y'all to be doing right now today.
Yeah, and it was a bunch of officers. It was like 4 or 5.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
All right, and then did y'all see the video with the woman who refused to show her receipt at it was 2 of them. It was one who didn't. So it was a lady. No, just social media. So it was a video that went viral with it was 2 of them actually, and they both kind of had the same theme where there was a woman who was going in the mall in Gap and she had the tags on her shirt and she didn't show the security officer the receipt. And so the security officer ended up grabbing her, putting her hands on her, and she was like really doing a whole lot. Oh my God, I can't believe she got her hands on me. Like really like excessive and extreme. But
she was supposed to have her hands on her, right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. She should have put the camera down and defended herself. I mean, that's the Brother John version. Like, at what point when somebody grabbing you,
but
you know what I mean?
But the camera was her best friend that prevented her from getting an assault in maybe 5 years. Because you mess around, you in Florida and you done smacked the person coming to stop you from stealing. I know chicks that's sitting right now for that.
So here's the thing. My take on that is there's like a cut away from the action. So because you got the the approach. They come up, they approach you. That's the first part. That's on recording. Right. Yeah. You tell them I ain't did nothing. That's the second part. Then she grab you. That's when the phone dropped. and then it's like we don't know what happened.
Right. The phone dropped and then we don't know what happened after that. You can only speculate from this point.
What happened after that point?
No. Shorty Soprano give us what happened after next. Go ahead, Shorty.
What happened?
Depending on what state you in 5 to 10 years.
So when the phone dropped,
depending on what state you in 5 to 10. I'm telling you, them people ain't playing, man. I know chicks that like really hemmed up about that same type of situation when they're coming to be stopped and them people get aggressive and they like, what the hell you doing? And they get back aggressive.
Then they catch a charge.
Yeah. But again, she had video evidence of the aggressor, and if you're in Florida, you do not have what it is. You don't have to retreat. They call it stand your ground. You don't have to run.
So
you know what I mean? And I got you.
Right.
Like I got, and she's standing there. She's telling her like, "Get your hands off me! Like you're touching me!"
I would highly suggest. Like, come on, that's my line. I highly suggest you get your hands off me.
It would be a good idea.
It would be wise.
It would be wise.
We don't bother nobody. Nobody don't bother me.
Brother John, I want to give a shout out to Lynn Johnson from the Weekly Challenger.
What up?
Checking us out.
You invited to the next show. We're gonna have a surprise show with all the media. Black Media St. Pete. Yes.
Nice. We got to come with that.
Bridging the media gap.
And Brother John, before we go on any further, right? Shame on me. I didn't come right in here this morning and start off with the Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, guys.
Thank you.
I know you guys are fathers to many in the community, not just the ones that you're paying for under your roof. So I just want to say Happy Father's Day to 2 stand-up guys.
I appreciate that.
Happy to be friends with you.
Hey, to God be the glory.
Yes. Thank you.
The way you do that is just believe and do good. That's kind of how that works. So the other one I saw, that's the way it works. Just believe and do good. Yeah, and
then Shorty Soprano, are we getting a check from that cup over there that you got? That I was seeing on camera.
One of these days.
Well, until that day comes.
Right. Yeah, we got to monetize.
Thank you. Monetization.
I mean, they could start coming up here dropping coffee off. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We just sit all the cups up here.
We'll call Bria's Coffee Shop for the coffee.
Yes. Big shouts out to Bria's Coffee.
I love Bria's Coffee.
Yes, they're amazing. Okay, and so the other one with the woman, she was leaving Walmart. And so she had like a huge TV, big screen TV, and she was outside. You saw that one? You saw it.
We got off air on.
So you be finding the content, really.
Okay, so now my sources are blown. But yeah, so she had a big screen TV, and she's in front of Walmart. The 2 police officers are there, and they asking her to see her receipt. You know what I mean? And she like, no, I ain't showing y'all nothing. You know how we do it. I ain't got to show you my receipt.
It was one of us.
Especially I done paid for it.
And
I know I paid for it.
She going live.
Oh gosh.
But here's my take on that, right? So I just bought a blender a couple days ago, and I'm pushing it out. I got my stuff in my bag. I got the blender. And, nice little old black lady was at the thing, and she said, can I see your receipt? And I'm like, my first reaction was like, what for? You know what I'm saying? I was on that. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, what like, who checking me? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't know who I'm is, right? So I'm like, what for? And she said, well, because, your blender's not in the bag. And so I was like, okay, I'll go along with that. I showed her my receipt, kept it pushing. You know what I mean? But this lady, I guess that was a little too much. And she was like, nope, I ain't showing you my receipt. The police was called.
Right.
And the thing
they called the police.
They called the police.
But it's all about the approach. The lady approached you right. You don't know if the other lady wasn't approached right because you feeling a certain kind of way. You see me with this big screen that you want.
Yeah, manners are important.
And you come to me a certain kind of way, and I feel that.
Yeah.
I mean, is there an unwritten rule that I got to show you my receipt?
Right.
Is there a rule?
It is. It's unwritten because they checked. That's what I mean. Because on the post they had like Walmart managers and people that was like, it's not necessarily a published policy, but if your item is not in the bag, which was what the lady told me, then they just want to see the receipt because they standing there all the time, right? You see them all the time, but I always wonder why and how they choose who to check for.
Right. Y'all don't know that is the job of every retired person to go work at Walmart. Just
pass out stickers and check receipts.
But that's a form of discrimination. Right,
for somebody who don't got a bag.
Listen, I get receipted all the time. It's just like being ID'd by the police. I get receipted all the time.
Your stuff must
is
it
in
your
bag?
In the bag, out of bag.
I don't think that it has anything to do with it. Just if it's not in the bag, because I've been asked to show my receipt.
It's racial.
It's bags. Yeah, you have.
So I go along with that because again, this is America.
I think it's a form of discrimination.
Yeah, the new Jim Crow.
Yeah, no, I go along with that.
And that's why that lady responded like that.
She did.
She probably has been getting approached more than over and over again.
Yes, you can't
keep
doing
people like, hey, I bought
the
TV. This is my TV.
Yeah,
where is the rules?
Actually, like move that I did.
Exactly. I just checked out. You know what I mean? Like, come on. It's actually a form of harassment because I just checked out. I just spent a bunch of money in here, and hey, y'all go talk about a receipt.
If you work at Walmart,
give me my money back.
And then you know what? In my mind,
after you show me my receipt, after I show it to you, I want you to take it and process.
Yeah, and I'm not going back in the store. Bring my money back out.
I hear.
They convinced us and kind of conditioned us to think, oh yeah, she right. She should have just shown her
receipt.
Well, that's why.
That's why I thought about it, and I said, wait, hold on.
Yeah, because that's what I did.
That's like I'm on the block and you just, let me see your ID. Why you just ain't showing ID? No, hold on. No, it ain't different. To me, that's my neighborhood, and I don't have to show you my ID to stand in my neighborhood. But they've conditioned us to say, no, you do have to show him your ID. That go back to the slaves.
I get that though. I'll buck the ID thing too. But the receipt, man, I got stuff to do, man. I ain't trying to be out here arguing.
Especially when I just checked out.
I want to see the policy and the rule.
Right.
And they probably should post that. You know what I mean? Like make it
yeah.
visible. If the policy is, if your item is not in the bag, we are going to receipt.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You put a sticker
all over the place.
Right.
Like let us know that.
So you know, so you ain't just calling.
It's not a surprise.
Because that was my reaction. My was like, what? Wait, huh? And then I was like, okay, whatever.
And you don't need to stop certain people. So what they'll do is throw a blanket law out there and say, yes, we're going to search your bag if you ain't got it in the bag.
But they only stopping us.
Right? But then, now they only stopping black people. Because I'm telling you, it happened to me so much. I was like, dang, I thought it was normal.
I won't even go to Walmart.
Everybody when they walking through the door. Hey,
it's an inconvenience. Like, I don't want to be stopped.
Can I see your receipt?
So look, my wife on here, she said, I buck all the time.
Hey, you just can't make eye contact with them. They ain't gonna chase you. They can't chase you. Just keep it moving. They be like, ma'am, can I see your receipt? You just keep going.
Keep it moving. Just keep going. My wife said, I buck and mean mug.
I think that's the formula. I think that's the formula.
Yeah, you buck them and
put your phone to your ear.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I'm gonna call. Just hold on a second.
I ain't even heard you
at all.
That's when you gonna get tackled outside.
No, they can't do that. I'm telling you. But you're right. I'm glad she having this case so we can have this conversation because I'm telling you, I thought it was normal.
Right.
I thought that's how bad I've been discriminated against.
That you figured
that is normal.
We should call up there.
Yeah, let's look.
Start investigating. What is y'all policy on the receipt?
Yeah, what's the deal?
We need to know. We need the black and white.
So look, let's stage it, right? So we're gonna go in there, we're gonna test it. So,
right.
Cause y'all know we got white friends. So we get
two texts.
We get two texts, right?
Okay.
We got white friends, so we want our white friends to buy a TV. We buy a TV.
Right.
Let them push it through. We push it through. See who they stop.
Right.
And then have like Michelle Rayner, cause we got lawyer friends too.
Gotta have a camera crew. You know what I mean?
Hey, brother John, I just want to predict they're gonna help the white lady carry the TV to the car.
And not even ask for the receipt.
No, I might get beat
up. They gonna push it out the door and everything. They're gonna load it. I ain't even know they load stuff at Walmart.
For real. I didn't even know they helped you like that. So in other news, also, Danny Glover is going to testify at the slavery reparations hearing. Did y'all see that?
Oh, I got a lot to say about that.
So reparations. So I'm going to give you the backstory, and then we can get the Jabbar facts. All right. So the topic of reparations for slavery is headed to Capitol Hill for the first hearing in more than a decade, with writer Tanashi Coates and actor Danny Glover set to testify before the panel. The House Judiciary Subcommittee on the Constitution, Civil Rights, and Civil Liberties is scheduled for a hearing on Wednesday. The stated purpose is to examine, through open and constructive discourse, the legacy of the transatlantic slave trade, its continuing impact on the community, and the path to restorative justice. The date for this hearing is June 19th, which coincides with Juneteeth, which is, of course, a cultural holiday commemorating the emancipation of enslaved black people in America. What say y'all? What y'all think about this?
Hey, Brother John, you know that's a 1 hour series. Just have a dialogue about this. This is a serious conversation.
I want to definitely say this. So I was looking at it, and they were saying it was coming. And they were talking about a path. So you hear at the end of it, say a path to it. So I'm scared of these first steps, and not scared of them, I'm weary of them, because this path can lead to when my son's son is 30.
Right.
You know what I mean? We gotta understand when this stuff happened to the Chinese, they broke them people off that year.
Right.
That decade.
Yes.
So you wonder why, these people are where they're at, because, and then even, you look at the natives, and I'm not trying to shoot at these people, but the natives got their check, they on their reservation eating.
Yeah, they got land.
They eating. You see all these gaming casinos all over America. That's a part of their reparations. Right. That was part of the deal that was made for them. The Irish got a check.
Yeah, the Jewish community.
The Jewish community got a check like immediately. These people getting broke out. I'm weary of when you talking about a path. When you talking about a path, and when you're not talking about, okay, we finna see where to allocate these dollars from, because big shouts out to Chairman O'Malley and the Yahoo.
Yes.
They've been screaming reparations since '82. And
really?
yeah,
it's 82 for real.
By 82, them boys been screaming reparations for a long time, and then they brought it back the last mayoral election.
Yep.
Right.
And they talking about reparations now here in our community.
That's the platform.
Yeah, I think they influenced
the
conversation here in America, though.
So this came up nationally. They said former Democratic Representative John Conyers of Michigan is a longtime sponsor of House Resolution 40. He first proposed a measure calling for a reparations study in 1989. He reintroduced the bill every session until he resigned in 2017.
Wow.
Texas Democratic Representative Sheila Jackson Lee, she's the new sponsor, and she introduced it earlier this year. Nancy Pelosi said in February that she supports a reparations study.
See what I'm saying?
I guess you got to start something.
So she didn't say she did the reparations. She said she report the study.
See, they walking the thin line.
Yeah, the study
and that's the line I don't like. I mean, you got to be with it or against it.
Right.
You can't be, now we need to study it.
Right.
You ain't seen all the numbers? You don't see all the numbers?
Y'all ain't been studying?
Yeah. No, they haven't been.
I mean, they probably haven't. There's some data around this.
See what you said, been studying? In the black community, we say studying.
Right.
They ain't been studying. So that's why I'm saying they got to start somewhere because they haven't.
But the reality is why we've been sleeping and shopping.
Yeah.
Right? They have, why would they think about it? It's not a priority for them. Yeah. Places like Ethiopia, I was talking to a brother yesterday that I met at Enoch, and he was telling me he just got back from Ethiopia, and he said, under the new government, all the land that was taken from, not they got to give it back. They gave it back. Yeah. So he's like, if you're a native of Ethiopia, when you arrive at the airport, they stamp your passport, you back. You have land. It's like, it's immediate. Come on home type of thing. Oh, wow. And so, literally Secretary of State and the majority in the government right now is all women. So it's just like a whole different mindset, right, under the new president. Yeah. So, no to all, I'll be going to Ethiopia.
Okay.
Claim your land.
And then they also said that this is going to be
going home.
Get in your land. See what's up.
So they said that reparations will be a part of the presidential debate. I think they're doing that next week. Several Democratic presidential primary candidates have signaled their support for compensating the descendants of slaves, though not in the traditional sense of direct payouts to blacks.
See, and look, that's what I'm talking about. I heard that. Yeah. When I heard that little piece, that little caveat.
Though not in direct payouts.
What is y'all talking about?
Right, what is it?
Because direct payout is what every other race has gotten. Mm-hmm. So now if y'all try, that's not reparations. Y'all finna make something new.
Right.
Yeah. This reparations light. And it's gonna take us to have to say hell no.
Yeah. You said like or light? Light.
But
light the reduced version. The
fat-free version.
What reparations light? No,
it's the discounted version.
And it's gonna have to be us to say something because what they're gonna do, they finna have these presidential debates. I support reparations light.
Right.
And we done signed off on it.
Yeah. You have to key in on every word that they say. Because they word stuff in a way that you be like, what? Huh?
Yeah.
What?
Wherefore heretofore.
It's identify one word that you relate to, and that's enough for you. But they word stuff.
Speaking of that, Brother John, bring it local on this. I saw the second debate yesterday from all the districts yesterday.
So 1, 3, 5, and 7.
Yeah, right? 3, 5, 7.
So there was 5, 7, and I think Orsini. He's one.
He's one.
Yeah, so those were the ones that was there. And I gotta tell you, you guys have to just make it a priority to at least attend multiple debates. These local debates, these local races that's happening right here in our city. Because some of my observations are plain and simple. If you ran before, you're running again. If anything that you said you wanted to do when you ran before, you haven't done. Everybody knows you don't need to be in office to do the work. Yeah. We out here doing the work every single day, and none of us ran for anything. Right. So stop talking about it. If you run and disappear, then quite frankly, as far as I'm concerned, you still not here.
Shots fired. Shots
fired. I'm just saying, I can't take it. People do this all the time. Right. They run and then they disappear. They're not doing the work. Then you come back and you're talking about like, I want to work with you. We been here doing the work the whole time. That's all I'm saying.
I can't not agree with you. So
I'm just saying.
I have nothing to say.
See, that's how Jabbar talk. What you can't say that again.
I can't not agree with you.
I can't agree with you.
Y'all know what he means.
Yeah, we know what he means.
When you right, you right.
But everybody don't understand Jabbarism.
What you call it? Jabbarism.
He got his own language, and so I have to clarify for our viewers.
You know what? It's probably a lot of people who speak Jabbar language.
Yeah, they do. That's true.
You know, you got to have that balance.
You do. Absolutely. I told you we got white friends. So we got to interpret sometimes.
We hear the whole.
Like, I love Jabbar, but what does he mean? I love you, Jabbar. I really do. But what did you mean by that? So I'm just clarifying for those who might not speak his language. No, but that's a real deal. And so, Hustler'z Ambition. So we got the Lioness group in the building. Really excited about this upcoming event tomorrow. at Nova. And so I want to talk now about a Hustler'z Ambition. But first, before we do that, can y'all tell us a little bit about the Lioness group, how y'all got started, and then let's talk about the event and what we can look forward to.
Yeah. So Lioness Group is an IT consulting firm.
Okay.
Out of Atlanta.
Out of Atlanta.
Out of Atlanta.
Yeah. However, our work is,
20 plus years
international
in IT,
work,
so go.
Yeah,
you are 20 plus years. That's where all my money was made.
Somebody need to wear you on the team. You know what I'm saying? You're wearing our color.
That's why you're in the center of the line. Yeah.
So what we do, like our main mission is to really bridge that gap between small businesses and technology.
Okay.
We in a digital age. I mean, if you're in business and you don't have an online presence or a digital presence, you're not doing business with a certain level of technology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, short-lived.
Got it. And so the Lioness Group, and you said out of Atlanta.
Yes.
So how did y'all link up, and how's this team put together? Because I know because we say Lioness Group. So how did y'all form the group?
I mean, it kind of really formed on its own.
Yeah.
Like a natural formation.
Right, it is a natural formation.
Yeah.
I mean, Tasha and I have been working together on projects for a very long time. A lot of people know we have a personal relationship. Very personal relationship. She's my sister, cousin, best friend, kids.
Yeah, so
godmama.
Saint
Right.
Exactly.
So, we've always done things together. We've always collaborated on things in business and personal. And so in 2015, that's when we originally started the Lioness Group.
Okay.
It was more of a work from home type of business model, but that's
kind of the digital way, though, right?
Well, it is. It is.
Flip flops and laptop.
Here's the commercial term. You're telecommuting.
Right.
That is. I did it for 10 years.
That is what it is.
For 10 years.
Right.
10 years of telecommuting.
Right.
So we just decided to reform the Lioness Group this year. And we are relaunching. That's what the purpose of this event is, a company relaunch event, a Hustler'z Ambition. We will officially relaunch in August. Right. And like Tasha was saying, we help small businesses with technology solutions that will help them. We like to use this phrase, help small businesses act more like large corporations.
Right.
And you're just going to be able to better position yourself in business and expand your reach. A lot of times when we're doing business or we're hustling, we are stuck right in our communities doing business, and we can't get rich like that.
Right.
How many times can you sell something to the same
audience?
You know what I mean? Technology is going to allow you to reach the masses. And there are lots of solutions out there that can help small business owners appear to be more like a big company. And we all know that people would rather do business. Well, I mean, not all of the time, but if you come off like you look big and professional, people will take you more seriously. You have an online presence.
Bring corporate to local.
Right. And it makes your business look more trustworthy. You have an online presence. You can be verified. People can do research on your business that should be the goal.
Yeah.
So that's what the Lioness Group does, and a Hustler'z Ambition is going to tie a little bit of that, and a little bit of that will be tied into a Hustler'z Ambition, along with, some other factors with our speakers that we'll have present.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. And just thinking about technology and just how that's helped us in the work that we've been doing. I mean, Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is kind of a testimony to that. You know what I mean? And just being able to use technology to raise your profile. Matter of fact, that was one of our every year we come up with these themes.
Every year's theme.
We have a theme.
Tell them a couple on.
Tell them a couple of other ones. Now you gonna put me on the spot. So I remember we had raised the profile. And that was when the technology was 1 year. We did execute and expand.
This year is focus
and follow through.
See what I'm saying? Every year is like a theme year, and we chased that.
And year one was ideas to action.
That changed everything.
Yeah, that changed everything. That did.
Y'all gonna have to tell us a little bit more about that.
Y'all keep counting. We at year 5. Where we at?
We in year 5.
We need a recap.
What? See that. You keep saying see that.
So I see that. Development and Training Center. Community Development and Training Center.
You see that?
I like that. Has everybody seen that?
No.
That's right. I got to see that.
Community Development and Training.
Center.
They probably touch you and you didn't even know it.
And we changing the "and" to art. Community Development Arts Training.
Oh, I like it.
And one of the things, because we doing digital art. We're doing digital promotion. We're doing digital. So we got to recognize that. And if we don't speak it into existence, ain't nobody going to recognize it.
Why do I feel hungry? I feel like the Tampa Bay Breakfast
Mr. J.
Club.
Mr. J.
Come on, Mr. J.
Camera shot.
What kind of breakfast club don't have breakfast?
Egg breakfast.
Right. Set all of the women on Father's Day. I'm just going to say.
Shots fired. Oh my.
Oh, let me jump on that one.
I have no rebuttal. I don't know what to say.
But anyway.
How do we segue on that one?
Right.
Let's pivot. Well,
so we're going to pivot. And so the hustler's ambition. And so just thinking about a hustler's ambition, now in some of the conversation that we had, you got people who have different understandings of what a hustler is. So when you say a hustler's ambition, how do you mean that, and how do you define that?
Anybody trying to get money.
Period.
Anybody got a service or a product who's trying to get it out there to make money. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, who are we to judge?
And that's what I like. That's what I like. You can't do that all the time. You can't judge people. What you got to do is
knock the hustle
and let everybody know hustling is not just illegal.
Right.
You have legitimate people. They call it the gig economy. We just call it hustling.
Right.
Yeah.
So we've been hustling all our life. So in the real world now they call it the gig economy, where people.
No, they still calling it hustling.
In
corporate America, they be like, "Oh, my side hustle." Oh,
exactly.
That's what they do.
Yeah. So we got to decriminalize the hustle.
Right, exactly. Like hustling is not a bad word. Yesterday we had an event at Microsoft, and I was explaining to somebody. I was like,
"Wait, I think you said that kind of fast."
Right.
So people know who y'all with.
The rest of us
Tell me about that again. So let's rewind
that.
So yesterday.
Well, yes, that's a part. That's another one of our hustles.
Okay.
We partner with Microsoft. It makes us look big business and legit.
Right. No, look.
It is.
That's nothing small.
We had an event at Microsoft yesterday, and I just was having a sidebar conversation with one of the attendees, and one of the Microsoft employees overheard what I was saying. I won't get into the details because I don't want to knock her hustle.
Right.
But he overheard me, and he was like, "Oh, you really are a hustler," because my mind is always thinking about selling something, some ways to get some money, and it is what it is.
That's
like
right,
hustling is inspiring. You can't to hear somebody's hustle and they tell you how they took something from nothing.
Yeah.
That is inspiring.
Right. And so what do you say to people who say, like, the difference between having a hustle and having a business? And, what's the difference between the two? Is there a difference between hustling and having a business?
I don't think there is. And, a lot of people want to view it that way, but you think about businessmen. Mm-hmm. Businessmen have various types of business, and sometimes they're short-lived businesses. Right. I mean, so... the only difference I would say is the legitimization of the hustle versus a business.
A business. So a business is incorporated and it has. Is that what we're saying?
You have certain policies and processes, and you're legal. You have taxes. That you pay. Right. Fees and those types of things versus a hustler. You
just getting by like there's not really a plan.
Yeah.
So when you're hustling.
Okay, got it.
So what y'all helping people do, take it from a hustle to the business. So y'all transitioning people. I talk about this all the time. But in that gray area.
Right.
Yeah.
Because in our community, we have a lot of people in the gray area. We say the heyday was when 22nd was booming. But now I think the heyday is now because all the businesses are in the neighborhoods. Right. And there are in the gray area people selling flips, people selling cups, people
washing
doing hats,
cars,
washing cars, people, people making studios, people making movies. There's a lot of people in that gray area. Yeah. And transitioning them people from that gray area to the real business will grow the black businesses that are already there, but we can't count them. And
we can't count them.
Like you made a good point. Like when you think of flips, people probably don't think Where can I go with that? Like,
Man,
I just sell
that's
a flip.
booming.
But let me tell you something. People will
Hundreds
pay for
of dollars.
recipes for flip. Oh, how you do that?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I sell it for $1 online.
Right.
Download it right here. Like you can
take control of your hustle and make
it. Water.
Yeah.
Put a label on it.
That's right.
Go to Dollar Tree, get your case of water, put a label.
Put your own label.
Water.
Right.
It doesn't
I want some of
matter
that Lioness
what.
water.
But you could go even a step further than that. When you are legal and you got all your ducks in a row, you could quite possibly put your flips or your water in a store.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people who flips are in the store. So I know some people who already done kind of made that transition. But I don't know if they in the gray area. I don't know, because I know it is so many businesses that are ran out the back of someone's house, out the side door, out the trunk of their car. Yeah. And when I go to these community meetings, I hear them saying how these businesses aren't there. And I say, hold up, no, you. And then they look at me crazy, like, well, Jabbar, they ain't legal businesses, and we can't count them. Wait, you're a damn lie. Yeah, and that's crazy. That's a crazy logic.
Too. Here's the thing too. So when we do these poverty studies and they talk about income in South St. Pete. A lot of those businesses aren't counted.
When they talk about the black dollar doesn't circulate. When they say that, and everybody like, see, we sad, but know what? They're not counting when I shop with you. When you come to my barber shop.
So that don't count.
They're not counting that. And so that's why in the mainstream world, the black dollar doesn't circulate. But in reality, it does. It's a lot of circulation. It's black market circulation.
But it's still the volume. The volume.
We need more volume. We need more volume.
And volume and services. The services that we must use, like we don't have a black-owned grocery store, so we are buying our groceries somewhere else. We don't
banking. We ain't banking with ourselves.
The automobiles. So there's industries that we can become more
payday
powerful.
Lending. Ain't no black payday lenders,
right?
Who lending money to people when they need it.
So I get that, but we not gonna just act like Harold didn't just walk in the middle of the segment, like he didn't just show up. It's like who is this guy? So we want to welcome Harold to the program, man. What's going on, Scamp? How you feeling?
Thank you for having me this morning.
He's also a digital entrepreneur as well.
Yes. So I'm listening. I'm seeing all the good businesses going on in this room and the flies on the wall. I'm just jotting mental notes. You got to stay on the edge of the curve, and like these ladies were saying, they're bridging that gap, which is the structure. A lot of people are scared to take that jump to the structure. But either way you look at it, you're going to have to put them folks in your business. You're going to have to pay your taxes. But when you pay your taxes, you ain't got to look over your shoulder. Right. You can boom the house like it's a trap if you want to. Because you have all your ducks in a row.
Yeah. I mean, and one thing I want to say, we have a lot of thriving businesses that's popping from home. I mean, I shop with people. Like I go to people's house and buy stuff, and I see them booming. They're doing comparable to what the corner store doing, but they're not saying nothing, and that pulls our community down because now people go with what they hear. Ain't nobody doing nothing. They don't think that. I just went to your girl house and bought a flip. I just got my shoes out the back of his car. I just bought that CD from the corner. You ain't thinking how many.
Just got my car washed over here.
You don't think how many.
So that's one of the. So that's one of the main reasons why we decided to have a Hustler'z Ambition here in St. Pete.
Right.
We could have done this in Atlanta, no problem. But we decided to do it here because we recognize that there are a lot of hustlers here.
Yes.
It is a lot of business in St. Pete. We see it all day long down our timeline. Y'all selling everything. Y'all are the bomb. Y'all doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are doing it. You know what I mean? And
peanuts and potatoes.
I mean, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Like, St. Pete know how to hustle.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
And, it's just like what you're saying. If we could get everybody to think bigger about their business, because whether you know it or not, you're in business. You're doing transactions. Change, we just have to change our way of thinking. I mean, and I was doing the same thing. Like, we all have hustled and not have handled business properly.
Right.
But when you take those, and I'm not saying people are just handling their business wrong. Yeah. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, we handle business in a more professional, legal way, so we can file our taxes. We're not dependent on the system as much. We can get out of all of those stigmas that people have about black people, black business, and we don't know how to do business. And I mean, maybe we don't know all the ins and outs of business.
Yeah.
We don't. A lot of us, we have a talent, or, we're smart, we have a skill, we're good at something. And so we start selling a product or a service, but we haven't been taught how to level up. Right. We don't know how to, we don't, right. Yeah. I mean, we don't know, we don't know how to really put all the processes in place for our business to run, smoothly.
Right.
Terms and conditions. I remember when I was first getting my website done. I done had a couple of websites in the past that I've done on my own, but this time it was taken seriously. I realized that I had never had no terms and conditions in place in the past. I have no policies. Right. So when people are coming to me, or someone comes to me with a complaint or something, like, I'm winging it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then if if it happens again, I don't even remember what I told her because I don't have a policy. So it's confusing to me. You don't have no processes in place, and then that's when you get people complaining, going to Facebook, talk about they did this, that, and the third. But if you did business with me, then you should have looked over my policies and procedures, and then we should have no issues. It's business.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
that's a really good point, though.
I feel like, Brother John, part of what they're doing is providing a level of exposure. So people do what they know until they're exposed to something else. Yeah. So they're able to provide that level of exposure in language that can be easily received, because I know exactly where you're at, what you're going through, because I've seen this and I've helped people like that before. Right. So this is where I think it's the real deal.
And one of the things I know that you mentioned that you're going to be discussing at the Hustler'z Ambition too is customer service. And, we're going to have a piece on customer service. You want to talk about that? So why do you think that's important to be part of the conversation?
We talk to so many people, consumers or customers, business owners. It's always the same complaint.
Yeah.
Why they don't do business.
This why I don't do business with black businesses now.
Customer service. It's always the number one reason. Like,
and we go hard. We go so hard on black businesses.
Yeah. I think it's because owners and black business, we bring our personality to our business. Yeah. And when you come to my business, you don't get my business. You get my personality that's in my business. You get what I mean? And it ain't no departure. That's why if I'm good people, my business gonna be good. But that's why if I'm not, it's gonna falter right there. Because it's me that's the business. And just we gotta learn how to separate the two. Make a business. But you know what I'm saying? Like the corporation is a separate
there's an industry standard to customer service that people expect. And being black owned businesses, that standard
is high. I just say that. It's more accountability with us.
Unfortunately, even amongst ourselves, you got to work harder. You got to, level up that standard.
So because we was just talking about like Walmart, for example, and getting checked at the door, and we still go back, right? So but if that happened at somebody else, the black business,
one shot you done.
It's dead. That business gonna be dead by the end of the day.
Not only that, you're going to convince everybody else not to do business. Like really, and I've even seen. Now I ain't even did no business. She done had a bad experience. She tell me, don't go there. I go on the person's page and tell other people I ain't did no business with you. But I'm going on the page talking about my friend.
Well, you know, had a bad experience. Like bad news and bad experiences travel faster than good news and good experiences. So now that we all know the problem. Period. We know the problem. A hustler's ambition is just one
delivering a solution
to a solution. We're not saying that it's going to solve everything. We're just we just put something together. We thought long and hard about all of the topics and things like that we felt like would be beneficial to us. Since things like trademarking, like I bet nobody, because I didn't, thought about trademarking nothing.
Right.
We just go pay our $150, get our little LLC, and we think we did something. We didn't do nothing. That was just the first
me a couple trademarks, bro. I got me some intellectual property. Intellectual property. People don't know it's worth more than real property. But you don't never know because nobody told us about intellectual property. Nobody told me
what intellectual property is. The Coke logo, the sounds, the
music,
all of that stuff.
Yeah, poetry. Art is intellectual property. It's a whole realm of reality that we don't touch because intellectual property sometimes is residual. Right. So when your intellectual property hit, you can continue getting
money off
because it's residual, licensing, and it's a whole world. Right. I swear it's a whole world, and it's easy. You can do it online.
So tell me about the speakers. I know you got a powerful lineup of speakers, and you got some amazing guest speakers.
We do got some good speakers, y'all. And we just hope that everyone is receptive and that everybody is motivated and inspired. So we were just talking about trademarking, and we have Rosina Pierce. She is a trademark attorney. Her brand is Secure the Brand. Mm-hmm. And so that's just what it is. I mean, you start building a brand and then it's not secure, and then somebody who's real smart, and you know what I mean? They come in and snatch it up, and you can't do anything about it.
And it happens all the time. More than you'll ever know.
Yeah, and probably more so in big business because we ain't thinking about it. We're not thinking about trademarking.
I was looking at trap karaoke. Right, somebody done trademark that and lock that down.
Trap karaoke.
You done heard it was going around in clubs like a year ago. Everywhere, everybody was doing trap karaoke.
Okay,
a company has officially that's locked down. They and I know they ain't think they were just smart enough to go get that trademark.
Right.
And get
what's
that
one of the most popular examples of not trademarking was bling bling.
They let it slip through their hands. Yeah. And they into intellectual property. That's their business, music. Right. They're supposed to copyright, bang.
Right. So it's like we don't think about that kind of stuff.
They actually got a fight. They can actually go back, but I don't know. They can get that. But you don't have to. So with intellectual property, you don't have to sign it. As soon as you create it, it's yours.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to sign it over to someone else or prove that you started it first. Mm-hmm. So that's how it goes. Mm-hmm. So your intellectual property is safe, but the thing is, if someone takes it and you can't prove that you started it, you're done.
You're done.
All right. So we got another maybe a minute and a half left. So I really wanted to, if you can give us the date. The date is tomorrow.
Monday, tomorrow, June 17th, from 1 to 6 at Nova. We'll have Kenny Burns as our keynote speaker. He will go on early, so we encourage y'all, if you're going to be buying tickets at the door, to get there early because y'all don't want to miss Kenny Burns.
Yes.
And like I said, we have Rosina, the biz lawyer. She's the trademark lawyer. We have this wonderful girl, Lauren Simpson. She's going to talk to us about social media and just having a better presence on social media for your business and how you can expand your reach and your followers and all of that. We have customer service training manager who's going to deliver her speech virtually. And then of course technology. We got your brother John and Johnny Soprano, and we also have Stephanie A. Wynn. She is a very important part of this seminar. She has her book Ready, Set, Go, and it's a simple guide to starting a business. So I mean, with all of these components, y'all, if you are not in business and you're just thinking about it, like I'm telling y'all, you need to be there tomorrow. I don't know.
And you can go online and still get tickets now.
You can still go online and get tickets. Tickets are $55. You can still go online and get tickets, and you can also pay at the door. Can we put it in the
so I got the flyer here, and it's Hustler'z Ambition.
Hustler'z Ambition biz seminar.eventbrite.com.
There you go. All right. So
and there will be tickets available at the door as well.
Yeah, so you can walk up. Just pull up, y'all. Just
pull up, y'all. We hope to see everybody there. There's a lot of hustlers here. Registration opens at 12:45. I mean, you can start 12:30.
We also will have a photographer there doing headshots.
Yes, we will have someone doing headshots and Tabari.
All right. So, look, we're going to have a wonderful time tomorrow afternoon. Come through Hustler'z Ambition. Thank the Lioness Group for coming through.
Thank y'all for having us.
We appreciate y'all. Harold, you got
Okay, I got the mic.
The
energy in this room is bouncing everywhere. It's good. I would like to say, this is Juneteeth, and Juneteeth is important. It's basically filling out a void that's been in St. Pete. So I would say shout out to King Chuck. We're going to be doing the Before I Let Go challenge. We're going to do a secret location. So actually, we'll be back on the Breakfast Club to give you the first dibs on it.
Okay.
So that is one thing, and then we also have another project that we're working with Carla here. That Carla's going to give us the nuts and bolts of it.
Which one? So we
got a lot. Yeah. We got a full lineup for 2021.
So some of what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure that we have a back to school camp out. Boyd Hill style. I feel like remember when we had the Irma in Child's Park, and I was like, oh, we should camp out, and y'all like, you don't know why they call it Child's Park after dark, Carla.
You wanted to camp out at Child's Park.
Because what happens is when you remove technology and everything, it allows you to become closer, and then you get to look up actually and see the dead stars.
Nature. No phone.
Look, man. Look.
It ain't camping if you got your phone.
Be the change.
You finna enjoy the city you live in.
Be the change you seek. Right? So we're gonna look up. We're gonna make sure that these young people have responsible role models and they come together. Right? The fathers, sons. We keep hearing about the fact that there's an absence of the father. We're trying to show you that no, whether it be the father, the stepfather, the uncle, or whomever,
we here.
I got tons of community kids. So this is gonna be a time for the family. It's close to back to school period. Hit it off, Harold.
And then I would say more so, it's going to be definitely going to have to bring the 8 Kings involved into it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
We're going to do the provider, the protector, but more so, we're going to really live up to the phrase where we live where you vacation. St. Pete is a hidden jewel.
Say that again. We live where you vacation.
We're vacationing here on
I don't care. No, listen. To see the city from a tourist perspective, it's different.
Oh, it look like Chicago.
You
don't recognize nothing.
I don't know what nothing is.
We're definitely going to have that. We're going to do something for Kwanzaa coming up. Like I said, we got a full calendar. It's a full calendar all the way.
Every year.
Nice. Oh, that's what's up, y'all. All right, and so we got a few things happening. We can talk more about them tomorrow morning, but we have Friday Night Done Right. We want to thank everybody who's been supporting Friday Night Done Right.
Yes, Renee just made a big donation.
Okay, yeah, she said that. She said I gave my donation to Shawty Soprano. Okay, Yeah. Year
after year, guys. Thank you for your vision on this Friday Night Done Right. Thank you for your vision. This was hard to keep city parks open and with activities for kids in the community. You guys did that. I've been watching.
Yeah, thank you. All right, y'all, man. Look, it's one of them shows where it's like hard to go, but we gotta go. we gotta make room for what's next. So again, thank y'all for coming out. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John. Who else we got?
We got your one and only Carla B.
Yeah, this your boy Shawty Soprano.
All right, y'all have a good day. Peace and blessings. Believe and do good.
We still on air? Let us know when we are.
Almost.
They still asking for breakfast.
The bacon and the eggs.